Let me introduce myself. First of all, my name is Wah-Tut-Ca. I'm far away from home. I'm the Council Commissioner for Mohegan Council. I was the course director for NEI 266. As I said, this camp has had curiosity for many years for me. I had friends of, matter of fact, a fellow scouter who I grew up with in Worcester, Mass, who lived up in Epping, and we would go up here by this camp many times, often wondering, what is this camp type of thing? And we're always made a chance to try to make a stop here, but it never worked. By the time we got up to Epping and came home, we were kind of tired. It was like one of those things, we got to do it. Well, I guess I had a chance finally to do it this evening. First of all, I'd kind of like to talk a little bit about this. I'm a little bit intimidated, shall I say, to see so many wood badgers here. I hope there's a few foxes, because lately I've been going around. Thank you. Got around here. For those of you who do not know what Wood Badge is, maybe I can shed a little added light and support on your council's program. Think about you coming up with a brand new product or a new activity, and it seems to be catching on, but you're wondering, is this really what my vision is really about? And Ben Powell was sort of faced with that same experience when he came up with the scheme of scouting and then seeing a group of boys all over England taking that military handbook and playing scouts. And then he put the program together, but still wasn't quite sure if the adults running the program really had what he had in his mind. So this is pretty much what was the same situation with Baden Powell. So on September 8, 1919, the first Wood Badge course organized by Lord Baden Powell, scouting founders, began at Gilwell using a series of lectures, demonstrations, practices, and games. In 1948, Wood Badge training came to the United States. Wood Badge has been enhanced every year with the minor revisions, and every 20 years or so, a major rewrite. So it's always training, but it also provides the same end result. As we all know, the highest caliber of leadership and training and development. Tonight we're going to honor Janine, who had completed this advanced course in NEI 266. Her guide, Mike Geary, is here tonight, is going to be assisting me. As many of you may know, and some of you may not know, there's several symbols that go along signifying an individual has completed Wood Badge. The first is the neckerchief. I'm originally flexible. Congratulations. In the early days of scouting in England, training facilities were limited. The generous action of one individual transformed the picture. Mr. W.B. Du Bois McLaren, a district commissioner, brought and donated Gilwell Park, a 57-acre estate built in the 1790s, located off of London and bordering on the Epping Forest. Gilwell Park became the training headquarters for scouting in England on July 26, 1919. The toupee or pink-gray neckerchief with the small patch of McLaren tartan at its tip is worn by all Wood Badge scouters to commemorate the gift of Mr. McLaren. The woggle. The leather woggle is symbolic of the skill of the leather worker making familiar Turk's head neckerchief slide, which we all had to learn how to make left-handed or right. The slide has neither a beginning nor an end, and is comparable to the never-ending commitment made to serve youth and others. The woggle reminds us of the skill in all Wood Badge training that is emphasized in the practical phrase of the course. The thong and beads looking for a suitable recognition for the 19 men who completed the first Wood Badge course. Baden Powell presented each of them with a single wooden bead from the long necklace he brought back from his tour of duty with the British Army in Africa. There were badges of beads. The beads gave the training its name, the Wood Badge course. These simple beads signify the completion of this course and are one of the most highly prized possessions a scouter can have. 2 simple beads knotted on the leather thong came to signify that the wearer has completed the most respected training program and is dedicated to the highest standards of service. Judy, I'm going to place these on you. Okay, at least recognizing the completion of NEI 266. But your husband has come forth and says he has something special he'd like to add to it. I told you I put you to work. Sure.
Just want to strangle me.
Normally, and of course, we had a tradition. And basically what it was, it started when I received my 4th bead. It happened was as part of the ceremony, the staffers was to exchange your bead with an experienced staffer with a new staffer. I had a very unique experience in that I wanted to incorporate that into my beading. What happened basically, there was a gentleman who saw me as a 12-year-old scout at a patrol leaders training course when I was 12 years old. That gentleman had the opportunity to watch me grow from a 12-year-old know-it-all patrol leader to become actually all the way up to be a council commissioner, to be a course director. At that time, I felt it was kind of neat that he would have an opportunity. I asked to swap one of his 4 beads with one of mine. We passed on that experience. I felt it was so important that is when I looked out and saw a brand new Boy Scout or a brand new Cub Scout, what was that Cub Scout could be? Could that Cub Scout be the next council commissioner? Could he be a scoutmaster? Could he be maybe even a grandson of a council commissioner? Who knew? And at this point, though, we've had a family swapping tradition, but normally I would have said, Judy, if you would have taken one of your new beads and passed it on to someone within the group that was instrumental of you for Wood Badge, that's what we would do. But it looks like you've made a switch that's not going to go back. Okay. Also, we'd like to present you with your certificate. I'm not sure who has a best big meat wall in the house, you or your husband, but on behalf of the National Council, I'd like to present you with your certificate. Finally, I may be crossing borders here, but I think Judy found a nice welcoming site with the cluster from Mohegan Council, Knox Trail, and Nashua Valley. We're having a course in September, and in case there's somebody else out there that can't meet the needs for the next course here. So Judy, we're going to give you some information about the course being held in August.
Okay.
And you can even wear this pin because even if this council is running a course, someone can ask you about Wood Badge.
Thank you.
And then finally, I don't know if you started your collection yet, but half a Linda and I would like you to present this there. Let's give Judy a big hand, okay? The next course director for your course here?
No, he's not. He was earlier.
Okay, all right. I was just going to say is that I'd like everybody, if you could kind of stand up. Stand up. Now, if you are younger than 18, would you sit down, please? Younger than 18, sit down. Oh, no. This is not Peter Pan. There's another guy like myself who'll never grow up. Okay, if you have completed Wood Badge, sit down, please. If you have not completed your ticket, but have taken the Wood Badge course, would you sit down, please? If the new course director was here, he would see there is more than enough of people for the next course, or if you're really itching to get going, you could see Judy about the information for the next course.
Well, we'll see Janine. You can see
Janine, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much, and let's give Janine a big hand.